Hello, friends. We are going to release this film under a Creative Commons license. What that means is that you can do whatever you want with it. You can upload it to other platforms, download it, share it with others, use it however you want. The only thing we ask is that you leave the link to our channel and the original platform in the description of your video so people can go check out more of our stuff. This film was inspired by the terrifying Japanese movie, Orebito from 2004. It tells the story of a marine biologist who explores the deep sea. Alone after his research vessel gets damaged and he has to make an emergency landing at the bottom of the Mariana Trench. But instead of finding cute deep-sea creatures like the anglerfish or bioluminescent jellyfish, he finds something much more horrifying. A young woman washed ashore after a long journey across the ocean. She doesn't seem to remember who she is or how she got there. All she knows is that she's pregnant and she wants to get to the hospital. But their journey takes them into the deepest depths of the ocean, where they have to fight off hordes of cannibalistic fish and giant squid, and even survive a nuclear blast from World War II. And I don't want to spoil too much, but I think it's safe to say that not everyone makes it back alive. As always, our goal is to make high-quality horror films easily so you can watch them for free online. We also aim to push ourselves creatively by trying new things in each film. This time we decided to make a found-footage style movie which aims to evoke dread and tension through its shaky cam work and abrupt editing. So if you enjoy what we do, please consider supporting us because it really helps us keep making more of these films. Also, none of this would be possible without the amazing team of people that helped us make this film. First off, thank you to our director for directing this film and also to our producer for helping organize everything behind the scenes. Thank you to our cinematographer for operating the camera and making sure we captured all the beautiful shots. And of course, a huge thank you to our cast for bringing this story to life. Oh, no. Enough about all that. Let's dive right in. The year is 2023. Researchers around the world are exploring the deepest parts of the Mariana Trench, the largest and deepest feature on the Earth's ocean floor. Our story begins with a crew of 3 aboard their research vessel called the Kraken, which is equipped with a state-of-the-art submersible vehicle allowing them to reach the extreme depths of the trench. Our 3 protagonists are Ben, a marine biologist and expert on deep-sea creatures; Jessica, an oceanographer specializing in underwater photography; and Carlos, the experienced captain of the Kraken. They've come here to study a strange energy signature that seems to be emanating from the bottom of the trench. Whatever it is, scientists haven't been able to identify it, but hopefully this mission will shed some light on it. As the submarine begins its descent, the team encounters various fascinating deep-sea creatures like the blobfish, the frilled shark, and the 6-gill stingray. However, the beauty of these creatures is juxtaposed with the harsh reality of their environment, including crushing pressures, complete darkness, and scarce oxygen. But just as they approach the bottom of the Mariana Trench, disaster strikes. A violent storm has formed above them, causing the ship's anchor to drag and putting them dangerously off course. With the storm raging above and the darkness of the trench below, the team must now navigate treacherous waters and battle immense creatures in the race to the bottom. With no other options, Captain Carlos decides to make an emergency landing at the bottom of the Mariana Trench, while he tries to contact the surface for help. As they struggle to land the craft, they accidentally damage it, leaving them stranded at the bottom of the ocean with limited oxygen and resources. However, before they can assess the damage or try to figure out a way to escape, they notice something strange in front of them. Half buried in the sand is a small boat, but it doesn't look like anything they've ever seen before. There are strange markings on the side and symbols they don't recognize. But most strangely, there is a person inside of it. They quickly rush over to see if anyone is alive, and soon discover a young woman sitting in the bottom of the boat. She doesn't respond to any of their questions and seems totally unresponsive. After some time, she finally stirs and looks up at them with a confused expression. When they ask her questions, she seems unable to remember who she is, where she's from, or why she's in the middle of the Mariana Trench. She does, however, seem to remember one very important thing. She's pregnant, and she needs to get to a hospital as soon as possible. Though they don't know who she is or how she ended up there, the team feels they need to help her. As they try to figure out a way to rescue her, they find some clues in the boat that indicate it may have traveled across the ocean from Japan. They don't know exactly how long she's been there, but it's clear she's been through a lot. Her clothes are torn, and she is missing an entire finger. When they try to contact the surface, they discover the storm has gotten worse, and their radio is not working properly. They can send a message out, but they have no idea if anyone will receive it. After patching her up as best they can, Ben, Jessica, and Carlos decide to take her with them in the sub as they try to find a way out. Their hope is to find another vessel that might be able to help them. But as they move through the dark depths of the ocean, they find something terrifying. The ocean floor is covered with thousands of tiny pebbles and loose sand. Nothing should be down here except rocks and microorganisms. But the ocean floor is completely smooth. Whoever or whatever made these pebbles must have been incredibly heavy. As they continue their search for answers, the team comes across a horrifying sight. A massive creature unlike anything they've ever seen before. Its body is a twisted mass of tentacles and sharp teeth, and its eyes seem to glow with an eerie light. The team tries to avoid it, but the creature attacks, damaging the submarine and injuring one of the crew members. In the chaos that ensues, the woman they rescued faints. Ben immediately rushes to her side and discovers she is no longer breathing. He quickly begins performing mouth-to-nose resuscitation, but it doesn't seem to be working. Just as he's about to give up, she suddenly sits up and begins breathing on her own. As the team regroups and tries to repair the damage to the submarine, they realize they're in grave danger. They need to find a way out of the Mariana Trench quickly, or they could all die down there. But as they prepare to make their escape, they hear a loud, terrifying noise. It sounds like a jet engine mixed with a rocket launch. They quickly realize it's coming from the depths of the trench, and it's heading straight for them. Suddenly, a massive shape emerges from the darkness. A large cylindrical object that seems to be emitting the strange energy signature they were looking for. It's unlike anything they've ever seen before, and it seems to be moving towards them at an incredible speed. Before they can react, the object crashes into the submarine, knocking them unconscious. When they wake up, they find themselves in a strange place. The submarine is gone, and they are surrounded by a thick black sludge. They can't see anything in the darkness, but they can hear a strange noise in the distance. A low humming sound that seems to be coming from everywhere and nowhere at once. As they slowly make their way through the sludge, they begin to realize the true horror of their situation. The ocean around them is filled with strange bioluminescent creatures unlike anything they've ever seen before. Some of them seem friendly, while others seem downright hostile. As they press on, they come across a massive cavern filled with thousands of these strange creatures. And in the center of it all, they find the source of the strange energy signature, a large metallic sphere that seems to be pulsing with energy. As they approach the sphere, they are met with a horrifying sight. The sphere is covered with thousands of eyes, all staring directly at them. And as they take a closer look, they realize the eyes are not the only things on the sphere. There are also hundreds of mouths, all filled with sharp teeth. And as they step back in horror, they feel something brush against their legs. They turn around to see a massive, slimy creature with dozens of tentacles. It opens its mouth to reveal rows upon rows of sharp teeth and lunges at them. The creature knocks one of them unconscious and drags him or her away. The others scream in terror, but there's nothing they can do to stop it. Just when it seems like all hope is lost, the injured person suddenly sits up. He or she looks different somehow, as if the experience has changed them in some way. They stand up and face the creature, and it seems almost afraid of them. As the creature backs away, the person reaches out towards the sphere, and as they touch it, the sphere begins to hum. Suddenly, the creature lunges again, but this time the person is prepared. They dodge the attack and strike back, sending the creature crashing to the ground. The creature writhes in pain, and then it explodes into a cloud of black sludge. As the others look on in amazement, the person reaches out towards the sphere again, and this time it opens. Inside, they find a massive crystal that seems to be pulsing with energy. As they reach out to touch it, the sphere suddenly disappears, and they find themselves back in the submarine. They are battered and bruised, but otherwise unharmed. And as they look around, they realize they are not alone. There are thousands of the strange creatures from before, and they are all staring at them with their hundreds of eyes. One of the creatures approaches and extends one of its tentacles towards them. And as they reach out to touch it, the screen goes black.